Hey guys, how's your day going? This is Ersnick, ERSNC, with a new video from Mind of an Aspie. So, enjoy. Okay, today I'd like to talk about what it means to be transgender and what exactly trans is and the different genders, and basically biologically there are three genders. There's male and female and intersex. Intersex is basically when an individual is born with genitals that are not typical of male and female. This happens more often than you think. It's 1% of the population, which is more than, if you actually do the math, it's quite a lot. It's an unbelievable lot. It's like 70 million plus, which is a lot of individuals who were born intersex. Now, what intersex, like I said, intersex means that you're born with genitals not typical of male and female, which means you could be born without testicles, you could have a woman's labia, the labia could be fused, the penis could be far smaller than average, an enlarged clitoris. Intersex is a very broad definition, but biologically there are three genders: male, female, and intersex. Socially, there are also three genders: typical male, typical female, and what is considered trans, which nowadays is considered to be non-binary or androgynous or even transvestites. Like, it's socially, like, I get that the reason why people seem to think there are so many genders now is because they mistake sexuality and personal preferences for being gender. The whole social concept of what a man should be and what a woman should be is kind of ridiculous. But at the same time, trans basically covers everything non-typical. Like, a gay man who dresses up as a woman, that would be considered trans, obviously. Like, transvestite, that's where that comes from. God, everything else is more or less about sexuality. It has nothing to do with gender. Like, if someone's attracted to something, there's a sexuality term for that. And yeah, people nowadays have mistaken that for gender, which it isn't. It's someone's sexuality. Like, okay, and to be fair, I don't kink shame usually, but some sexualities are just, I don't know. But again, like I said, there's a difference between gender and sexuality. And for me, I'm transgender right now. I was born a man, and I would like to go through the process of becoming a woman. I would like to become a woman. Once I become a woman, once I've gone through all the hormone treatment and the surgery and all that, I will be a woman. But until then, I'm transgender because I haven't done any of that yet. I've gone through all the therapy and everything. And actually, something very concerning, I was researching this the other day, and I came across hormone replacement pills available relatively cheaply online. Like, the first thing you look up when you look up hormone replacement therapy, transgender hormone replacement therapy, and there are these pills, like, right at the top on Google. Like, it's an ad, and that concerns me because gender dysphoria, which is, I think, is what I have. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, where you're when you're physically one gender but you want to be the other. That can happen as a teenager, and due to one's own confusion, or because you just haven't got access to the right information. Sometimes you're gay and you think, oh, I must want to be a different gender. That's not always the case. And the fact that these pills, people have these pills so readily, concerns me, because you could make a mistake. You could think, yeah, this is what I want, and then later on down the line, technically hormone therapy can be reversed if you're lucky. However, post puberty, that's becomes harder and harder, especially, and don't even, gender reassignment surgery, on the other hand, while hormone therapy can potentially be reversed, gender reassignment surgery is almost always irreversible. Like, I'm not even kidding. Yes, technically, if you start hormone treatment while you're still going through puberty, that's okay. That it's sometimes it makes the transition smoother. I've read that, but at the same time, like, you should go through therapy first. You should get therapy before you start hormone treatments or any of that. If you're thinking maybe this will make me happier, it probably won't. Like, there's a difference between feeling like a different gender and feeling like maybe being a different gender will make me happy, and it probably won't. If you're unhappy as a man or a woman, unless you can identify that it's because of, well, because of your biological gender, unless you can satisfiably say it's because of your biological gender, getting a sex change isn't going to make you happier, and that's problematic because it's so easily accessible, like on the internet and stuff. And most doctors will force you, preferably, they're not legally required to, but many of them ethically would prefer you to seek out therapy first, and they would want you to be sure that's what you want. You can't just, I feel like you should wait until you're at least 16, you know? And in a lot of places, that's what they would rather you do. They'd rather you wait until you're of age. Like, yeah, technically puberty is from when it starts when you're between 10 and 12, and realistically, yes, sexual puberty ends at about 18, but physical puberty doesn't end until about 25. So you have plenty of time to figure out whether or not you want to be a male or female. So yeah, do the therapy, think on what you want, and don't just rush into this. Just because it's so readily available to you doesn't mean you should have to. And okay, I was talking about this with my brother, and he's really butthurt because he feels ostracized for wanting to not be, oh god, I shouldn't even be saying this online. He wants to be something other than human, and he wants to get all this work done. And body modification, from his standpoint, is technically illegal until you're 18, but gender reassignment stuff, you can legally do that before then. You can start hormone therapy and all that before then, but I recommend you wait until you're of legal age, no matter where you are. And honestly, it scares me. Like, some of the side effects for hormone therapy, especially if you're self-medicating, oh my god, you better do your fucking research, because some of the side effects, like, it's unreal. Like, there's, if you're going through gender reassignment therapy, if you're doing hormone replacement therapy, you better not expect to be too sexually active. Your sex drive will, if not completely cease, will decrease exponentially. like I said, you better do your freaking research. You better be sure this is what you want, because it could actually make if you're depressed and you think this will help, chances are it won't. There is a chance that if you get the help you need and you get therapy or you seek consultation or whatever, eventually it might get to the point where you realize, oh, I'm not transgender, I'm just gay, or I'm just attracted to this or this or this. Your gender, your sexuality doesn't determine your gender, and you shouldn't feel like it should. So basically, you should wait until you're old enough. And if you still want to do it, go right ahead. I fully support you. I was 17 when I noticed that something was different. Like, I wasn't just attracted to women, I wanted to do things with women. I wanted to do makeup, and I wanted to go shopping and all that kind of crap. I didn't want anything to do with men at all, not one bit. In fact, the human male body completely, absolutely kind of icks me out. And so yeah, and I was actually nearly 25 when I realized, oh, I get it, I want to be a woman. I thought I was just weird, but no. It can take you a very long time to really figure out what you actually want. So don't just jump at the first solution. Don't just jump at the first idea. Like, take some time to figure this stuff out, and I hope you do. It's very important to make sure you're doing what's right for you. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was informative, and I hope it helped you with a few things if you needed it. And well, these videos might be coming out a little bit more sporadically than I first thought. Maybe one week it'll be 2 videos, maybe the next week it'll be 1 video, who knows. I'm still getting the hang of this. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.